So Jonah Hill's girlfriend really thought that she was going to take to social media and get the same reaction that Keke Palmer got. Another way of proving black women can't have nothing. Let's Jose.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo back with a quick little jose, and we josing some clear people today. Now, let me just say this. I don't normally like to report on clear news, which is why I never did the Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman thing, because I feel like they have a level of privilege where they can just take it to TMZ and make their coin there. I never like to do that. Nevertheless, I needed to use this Jonah Hill situation to get to a bigger point, so we have to talk about it. So, okay. Jonah Hill's girlfriend decided to take to social media to so-called blast him and basically show that he was just a horrible person and he's just not a good boyfriend. And it ended up not working out the way she thought it would work out. And I believe it's another case of clear women wanting to have what black women have, because you all know black women can't have nothing. So let's get into it. So she put up these receipts, these texts, basically trying to trash Jonah Hill. But at the end of the day, he was actually just setting a boundary and she couldn't take it. So basically, Jonah is basically setting his boundaries as far as her. I guess she's a surfer. Her name is Sarah Brady. It's so like Karen. But nevertheless, he's setting his boundaries with her, telling her that basically he doesn't really care for her wearing the bathing suits that she wears, the thongs, and taking photos with men. Okay, that is a boundary he's setting. She can either agree or disagree. But apparently, I don't know what in the pile of milk happened, but whatever happened, she decided to expose him and basically try to make it seem like he's just a horrible person. But in my opinion, it seems like he's setting boundaries. Now, I'm not going to have the same empathy and sympathy that I would have for someone who looked like me, because they never do for us. But what I will say is, he set his boundary and you didn't have to accept it, but you did. Now I'm gonna let y'all read these doggone texts because it's too much and I don't really care. I just want to get to the point of why I'm even talking about this. Let me let y'all read it. I'll come right back. So if you read those messages, what you'll basically find is clear women are even Karens with their partners. Listen, girl, he said what he said. You don't have to be with him. We don't really care. But I think she just tried to jump on the women, empowerment train that she thought she had a ticket for, and she didn't. Miss Sarah, whatever your name is, Sarah Jessica Parker, I don't know what your name is, but we don't care, baby. We don't care. You think black women gonna jump up and be like, oh my God, he's so horrible, girl. We don't care what y'all have. Listen, black women don't give a damn about what's happening in the clear community. That is not our place, nor our business, it's not even in the back of our minds, okay? So you can have a couple, clear women hop on board with you. I don't know how far you'll get, but we don't really care. I just don't think that you posting this is going to help you. And I believe that you were basically trying to ride off the heels of the Keke Palmer situation. And you're not Keke, ma'am. We don't even know you. You're not even one of the nice, clear women that we like. You know what I mean? We don't even know you. It's giving Karen. You're a surfer. He said he ain't want you around them schmins, but you was around there anyway taking pictures. He told you to remove the pictures off your doggone page. You said you did, but only removed 3. He said he ain't got time for it and he quit you. That's it, girl. We don't give a damn. But anyways, talking about my girl Keke Palmer, because she's been living her best life. Do you hear me? Keke Palmer has been living her entire best life, and I am here for it. All the schmins on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all the knick-knocks who was over there trying to drag my girl, it ain't working because she's fine. Listen, that's what I wanted to get into. Now, Miss Keke has been doing just fine, and it's really making the knick-knocks mad. They can't take this. They can't believe that she left her baby daddy, not a husband. Her baby daddy who she was financially supporting, not a husband. Her baby daddy who sits at home and babysits while she goes out and make her coin, not a husband. Her baby daddy who basically provides nothing but babysitting to the baby, not a husband. They really is up there trying to drag this girl for moving on, if that's the case, because she's never come out to say that she did. But the knick-knocks online just can't handle it. Like, it's almost like it's a bruise to their ego, and they don't even know this woman. And, you know, we live in a day and age where, you know, women making decisions for themselves and women actually saying, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for me and I'm going to do what I need to do for me is looked at badly. It's looked like it's a bad thing to actually pick and choose yourself over staying in relationships that really don't serve you. And I think that's because black men has had a history of having black women completely like drop everything for them, depend on them for everything. And I don't mean financially. I mean in the sense of black men know that black women has been so loyal to them in the past that they could basically be treasonous. They could do what they want to do. They could be sleeping with people. They can have babies on people. They can be nothings. They can lay up. And this is not all black men, but the culture and the collective of black men is that they can do all these negative things and a woman is going to be there because we've always been there. But it's this new culture of women, not all, but there's a new collective of women who just say, you know what, it's fine. If you want to leave, you can go. Or if I want to leave, I'll go. And it's really upsetting the knick-knocks. And I'm just sitting here going like, Negroes, she didn't do this to you. Like, why has this been a conversation all this time talking about she gonna leave her man? That's not her husband. And it's not just men, it's women too. It's black women too, because you know they got a lot of male identified women. Y'all are asking this girl to stay in a situation that really is not serving her. What just to say she have a partner? I don't really understand that logic. And the fact that people really believe this is asinine. Men and women, but it's more men on this train, but probably more women now that I'm thinking about it, because you know how black women are. But nevertheless, so there was this one knick-knock who thought he could get on Twitter and drag Miss Keke, and he ended up getting dragged in the process. So now, because the black male ego can be so fragile, they even get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Their feelings get hurt when something doesn't even apply to them or have anything to do with them. So he decides to post a picture on Twitter of Keke Palmer's face. We all know she's been suffering from acne. She has, I think, PCOS. I think that, I don't know exactly what that is, but I believe this is one of the side effects. But he decided to take to Twitter and say, hey, bro, you got to remember this is what she looks like after that stuff comes off. Now, it's typical for Negroes and knick-knocks to basically go after your looks and your appearance when they have nothing else to give you or offer you. And especially, I find that most of the Negroes and the knick-knacks that have issues with people's appearance look like this. The beard never really connects. You know, if they have hair and it's never kept, they look like they smoke Black & Milds and cigarettes and probably put extra tobacco in their blunts. You know what I mean? They all look like that. You know, typically have man boobs. They typically, you know, outside of the purple lips from smoking weed all day and not doing nothing with their lives and living in their mama's basement. They typically have the look of a dusty. They typically take pictures in their mother's homes and pass it off as theirs. You can tell that's not his house. I'm looking at the decor and I know it ain't his. He can't convince nobody else. But nevertheless, it's typical dudes like this. You know what I mean? And I, for one, don't think that it's okay that the men who decide to get together and tear down women or make attempts to tear down women look like this. You know what I mean? These are the type of dudes who care more about their shoes, you know what I mean, than even twisting their hair up or making sure their beard connect. You know, using like a beard serum or something. You know, it looked like their beard got old Cheerios in it from eating breakfast this morning. I just don't like that. And I think that it was so low and it was so like trashy for him to go and try to attack the girl looks as if he's a looker. But that's the typical psyche of a Dusty. You know what I mean? That's the typical psyche of a man who has nothing to look forward to but getting a 40 at the end of the day because, you know, it ain't like he went to work. He just want to get drunk, you know? That's the typical psyche of that type of man. It would not surprise me if he still played video games all day by his mama house or by his aunt or somewhere in the basement or the attic, because you know they normally put him, you know, down or above. They don't want to be bothered with him. You know what I mean? And he played video games all day. He claims that the white man is on him and he can't get a job, so he stays with the mama because the mama gonna coddle him anyway. You know what I mean? And then he goes on social media because he's bored, because he's not working. So he takes to social media to try to drag black women who has nothing to do with him, who wouldn't even spit on him if he was on fire. It's a problem. It's really a problem because this was so unwarranted. Y'all are actually mad at Keke as if she did you something. She didn't do nothing to you. But you know what? They can identify with Keke's man because they are Keke's man. They are looking for somebody to take care of them. So anyway, I went to look for doggone responses to this doggone post, and some people were not having it. They were just like, you know, one person said, yes, ma'am, always the ones who will attack, always like this one, and the same one who will attack a black woman or insult her outside for no reason because she looking at him. That is a fact. The next response was, this is low as fuck. Now let's see pictures of your mom, sisters, aunts, and all of them with no filters. I'm sure they're all hit. I'm positive as well, because typically men who drag women like that don't have attractive women in their lives. And then the next one says, nah, that baby cleared all that up, gave her a body she never had, and getting looked at as sexy is something new to her. Let her have fun. It's what women do. They sell, promote sex appeal. It's normal. Now, this last dude's comment is kind of like backhanded, but I understand what he's saying. He's just like, look, she's already got herself taken care of. She's feeling confident. She's a celebrity. Her body and her image is gonna sell. Let her have fun. So it's just like, why is he so pressed? And why do men feel so pressed about women and what they got going on? I don't understand. Some other responses was, your account will be gone by the end of the day. Child, I wish that was true because I went and checked today. It's still up. Then another one says, you got to remember this is what his bank account would look like if she didn't employ that nigga. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's true. Even the guy under here had to say that's a funny tweet, because it is. Because the truth is either going to make you laugh or it's going to make you cry. And they probably doing both at this point. Somebody went and pulled up this man's pictures, and when I tell you I hollered, somebody said, I really don't know what kind of circus mirrors you have planted around your house to think you have the looks, let alone the audacity to comment on anyone else's appearance when you looking, well, how you look. It's beyond me. It's beyond me too, because I went and got the pictures, girl. Listen, they are tearing him up. They are tearing him up. And he's trying to act like he's not affected by it because, you know, that's what he's trying to portray to the world. But at the end of the day, he's the type of dude who probably have nothing to do but sit on his phone all day. I'm pretty sure he's seeing these comments. I'm pretty positive. And I went to his page to see what the type of dust bunny he is. And come to find out, he's everything that I thought he was. A dust bunny. He's over here talking about women. He's talking about all these things that has nothing to do with him. Things that he probably will never achieve. And dragging people and dragging women. It's just like, ew, bro, go sit down. But, you know, like I said, they feel sorry for Keke's man because they are Keke's man. Any woman that will take them in, that will basically, you know, take care of them, feed them, clothe them, let them play video games all day and babysit the child, is who they're looking for. That's who they want. And when they see a woman exercise her power and say, no, I'm not doing this again, we're done, they can't take it. What is Keke actually losing when we really break this down? Can somebody out there tell me? Other than someone being at home with the child, what is she losing by breaking up with her baby daddy? He's not pouring into her. He doesn't respect her because she's made it clear on air that she does not want her business in the street. And what does he do? Feels so intimidated by another real man and then goes on air and on the internet to embarrass her. It wasn't for her good. It was to make her look bad. And we all know that. But they can't take that she's not over there crying and trying to beg her man to forgive her. She's just like, okay, fine. You can go. Peace. That's okay. But, you know, it's a dagger to the the male fragile ego, especially the black male fragile ego, girl. It's just a mess. I say, Keke, dance, do your thing, girl. You can find you another one if that's the case. Them right there come 2 dimes a dozen. You know what I'm saying? They come less than a dime a dozen, girl. You can find you another one. Let the schmins and the nignogs and the Negroes figure out amongst their lives the women that they don't have, and let them argue amongst themselves, girl. Don't be bothered by this. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this whole thing. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see y'all hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.